Hello, this week we're talking about Steven Bartlett. Steven Bartlett, Winegate thing.
Yeah.
I'm going to defend him. Obviously, Steven Bartlett's a clown and a loser, allegedly.
This is great defending.
No.
Social media addiction.
And storytelling. Irish storytelling. One time I was doing the washing up at my window when I made eye contact with a lovely cow. And I looked in the cow's eyes and I looked at her eyelashes. And I thought, what has she gone through in this life?
Ignore that feeling.
What were you going to say about the comments? And
Your birthday.
I
post.
smoked a cigarette.
You did, you mad.
And
yeah.
I was hoping it was going to be the
You've
start.
done that twice now in front of me.
Well, no, but this time I tried to smoke a full cigarette.
Mm.
And I was like, this is going to be great.
Like a marathon.
And Maurice was really encouraging. She was like, yes, you look so chic. And my stomach. Have you ever felt your stomach move hard in your body? My stomach contracted and jumped up like a foot.
Yeah, all the time.
And I was like, oh, I'm going to be sick in front of everyone.
on your birthday.
It was so embarrassing. Well, it wasn't my birthday.
It was your birthday drinks.
Yeah.
You put on a birthday drinks. It was the day before my birthday, and you included me on the cake, which was a classy touch. I
Yeah.
have to say, very.
It
nice.
was meant to be. Remember, I said I was going to have a birthday party where I invite everyone I've ever met in comedy.
I know.
Because some comedians do that, and it's like an industry event.
Yeah.
But I just was like, that's going to really upset me. Stress me out.
What about would upset you?
Because it would be really stressful having everyone you've ever met.
I think I find the element of like birthdays stressful. Like on the day of the party, you'll just get a deluge of messages going, I can't come today, which is fine. Like,
I did, yeah.
did you get that?
I didn't get a deluge. Some people just didn't reply. A lot of people messaged after I posted it on Instagram. And I was like, that's okay. But I was thinking, I don't know who's my real friend.
I think like a lot of people are riddled. The comedy community is riddled of ADHD. And they are. Do you not scrunch your nose?
Oh,
at that?
do you mean the thing where people don't reply to you?
Yeah.
Because what's really interesting is that they manage to reply when they're messaging you for advice on panel shows or if they're interviewing Miriam Margolyes and they're anxious about it. They're really good at messaging then.
Yeah.
And then they don't reply when you're asking for advice.
I don't know, like I find birthdays anxiety riddled. You had a big birthday because it was your 40th.
Yeah.
So-
I think a lot of comedians are riddled with narcissistic personality disorder.
Yeah.
And there's not enough about this.
Well, until someone does
And being self-serving.
someone should do a groundbreaking Edinburgh show about having narcissistic personality
I've
disorder.
said this for years.
Yeah?
Yeah. And I know exactly how I was formed as a narcissist by your parents alternately calling you evil and a genius. If they just alternate that rapidly enough,
Yeah.
you become a narcissist. Everyone in comedy has some form of that.
Definitely. There's some form of kind of like, what is it? Like, I'm special.
Generally
I'm
in
special enough
comedy,
for people to listen to me.
you gotta have a dead or emotionally distant dad. You gotta have a mum who's on a spectrum from either neurotic to absolutely mental.
Yeah.
And then there's sibling who took the spotlight off of you.
Yeah. I don't
yeah.
have like
Adoption. A lot of comedians are adopted because that's like
Whoa.
the ultimate rejection. If you're rejected as a baby,
Yeah.
you're never getting over that.
Yeah.
But you just see it again and again, the same. And then depending on how mad your mum is or how distant your dad was,
Yeah.
that influences the flavour of comedy, doesn't it?
So wait, can we talk about the recipes then? What?
Well, like there's that amazing Japanese American comedian Atsuko. Her mum had
I know,
schizophrenia.
Yeah.
Tim Dillon's mum had schizophrenia.
Yeah.
So you get like the extremes like that, and then just like posh people where their mum was
How are they made? Do you know?
what? How are posh comedians made?
Yeah. It's
Coming downstairs at 5 and seeing your tiny suitcases packed and being like, "You're going to live somewhere else now." because we love you, and this is how our parents showed love as well. Have you never heard of that boarding school syndrome?
I've watched an interview, Dom Jolly.
Yeah.
It was an amazing interview. I think it was the Sean Walsh Class Clown podcast. And Dom Jolly, like, I used to enjoy Trigger Happy TV, but fuck me, that man is so open about everything.
Really?
So, yeah, because he grew up in
Beirut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then was sent to boarding school when he was 7 and stuff like that. And I've watched actually a few good podcasts over the past little while. Danny from The Script got interviewed by Matt from Busted. And I'm only 3/4 of the way. Sorry.
Stay on
I'll go back.
topic.
Yeah, sorry. The recipes of what makes a comedian. I think
Boarding school.
boarding school.
You said, how are the posh ones made?
Yeah, I think.
Well, you see how small a 7-year-old is. Imagine sending them away. I heard Tom Houghton, this is a comedian who's so posh. He lived in the Tower of London at one point.
He's a lovely guy.
He's so nice. His dad was head of the British Army, but someone has to do that job. But Tom's lovely.
Yeah.
Anyway, he talked about waiting at the school gates every day for his mum and dad to come and pick him up, and like after a week someone having to explain they're not coming back. Obviously that's gonna mess you up.
I think we should ban boarding schools for small kids and stuff, because
But you see how it builds such strong bonds that later on they work together to get jobs for each other.
I know, but it's annoying because it's almost like being in the care system but having but also
or
prison. But then everyone in the care system or prison that you were with becomes either the prime minister or the head of... Yeah, it's so... Like, because people in care... I've, like, a few friends that have been in care, and, like, that seemed like a really hard life. That kind of, like...
Yeah, I only know people in care who have become outrageously successful but they're, like, total outliers.
Yeah. Yeah, they are. Like, I have a friend that went to a top university, was in care from a traveller background as well.
Yeah.
Like, I'll never meet anyone like her ever again. Do you know, like, she's so rare.
Yeah.
And incredible. And, like, well put together and stuff. Well put together as in, like, it's so disgusting that I'm complimenting someone on, like, having a normal life going through, like, that much of a childhood. But it's just so common that, like, I have so many people that I know that have had hard childhoods that are now, like, addicts and stuff like that and don't have jobs. And that's okay.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about the comments? There was a comment I noticed. And
about me smoking a fag?
Yeah, and they were angry at you. You didn't reply, so I don't know if you've seen it. But...
Oh, no, I'm not going to go through everything.
I know. It was just came up and she was like...
Because I don't have the app on my phone, so I can't.
She was angry at you for getting Botox and then making a joke like that. Because she goes like, you are playing into the patriarchal idea.
Oh, yeah, I replied to that. She follows me.
Yeah?
Yeah. That woman... Well, I made a joke. Wait, I'll explain it. I put up a picture of me smoking a fag, and I was like, I'm so sick of women being forced to look young and hot. Because...
you did look hot smoking that fag, though.
Yes, that's the joke.
Okay.
As I replied to man. That's the joke.
I know.
This is my point. I was like, I've made a joke, and the number of people explaining the thing to me, I was like... I went in a bit of a tailspin, like, how dumb are people and how dumb do people think I am? And this woman said to me, you shouldn't get, if you really mean what you're saying about being angry about aging, I'm fully going to get a facelift, and I'm actually recovering from jaw lipo at the moment. Like, don't look to me to be your hero. This woman said, if you really feel that way, then don't get Botox, because every time you get Botox, you're handing money over to the patriarchy. And what I was going to reply to her, does it help that I made a pact with myself to have no more Botox until I bought a second home? Because I really enjoy attempting to troll people from all sides of the political spectrum. It's one of my worst instincts.
Yes. But, like... why? Yeah. What was I going to say? Why do people feel the need to impose? Like, I'm
I don't know. I
37.
guess a lot of people are very reactive and just wasting their time on socials.
Yeah.
Like I keep seeing a lot of things on because I've deleted the app from my phone. When you go back on, you see people talking about a lot of problems, and I think this is all a social media problem. This isn't a real thing that exists out in the world. And it could be resolved by you getting off your phone and reading a book. Sorry, I sound like a granny.
No.
Although actually this is more I feel like Gen Z they're all wanting that analog life.
With the brick. I was going to ask.
No, don't get a brick. Don't get a brick.
I was going to ask you to get one for my birthday for me.
But it gives you too many chances to unlock it.
Yeah.
I've told you how to use that app and you haven't used it.
But I have to have someone else to help me.
Why is no one controlling the app?
Because who am I going to ask to control it?
I'll do it, but
No.
I think you would be messaging me to unlock it too often.
That's the thing. Maybe I should, and then maybe I can't. Do you know what I mean? Because I don't think, like, you're like my best friend, but sometimes I feel scared about asking you for help.
Oh,
Even
that's sad.
No, it isn't.
Well, you could ask Maurice. You could ask Maurice, but I think the good thing with Maurice is she goes offline for ages.
That's the thing.
So that'll be long spells
very
of being
bad.
off it.
Very bad.
Alison, you don't need Instagram as much as you think you need it.
Can I tell you why I think it would be hard for me to ask you for help, though?
What? Why?
Because you have so much faith in me as a person, and I feel like I'd let you down if I had to go. Please, can I go on social media?
But it's your own time. What I don't get is how are you against AI, but you're not against this app that's stealing all your attention and years of your life?
Yeah, I think I'm against AI because SD cards have gone up in price so much. They have because of AI. They're using all the computer chips. Anyway.
But why are you not against Instagram? You don't need it all the time for work. You don't.
Yeah, I feel.
Sometimes you'll just post a thing like, girlies, where can I go here? And I'm like, you could Google that and not be on the app.
No, because Google has AI now.
But I get annoyed. I think I get annoyed at you because I know that in myself, if I'm allowed free access to the app, I'll just be the same.
Yeah. That's true. I kind of like.
You need to have hard blocks on it. I nearly was going to get you a dark phone for your birthday.
A dark phone?
You know, a low tech phone.
Oh, like do I have City Mapper and stuff like that?
Yeah, but I just thought you wouldn't use it.
I'm on my ADHD medication like 2 weeks now, and I've moved house. And
get your ex to control it.
I will. Actually, that's a good idea. But that's like
the only
labor on him.
Because you told me you gave yourself 2 hours a day, and I was like, no, you need to put a complete lock on it.
Yeah.
And then request access to it.
But if I don't have Instagram, how
you might write a book.
Yeah.
You might work on your show. You might.
But I do like
You might enjoy life in other ways.
I love seeing clips of podcasts I'll never listen to, where people just say the most. We should put that in a clip. Where people say the most emotional bit, and then I'm like, I've got the measure of that. You know,
it's your life.
I know it is. That's true. Look, there'll be one step at a time. I think I'm feeling a bit addiction-y weird because I'm off the Mount Jarrow like about nearly 2 months, and I'm smoking again, and I'm finding it harder to quit. Like when I went to Primavera, I was smoking, and I was like, I'll be off this as soon as I get away from Primavera. And now I'm like giving myself a deadline of when I do my Leicester Square show, that's when I'll give up. But it's like, which is on Friday, which is bad. I know it's bad. Like I'm smoking in a fashion that I used to do when I was a full-on smoker, which is like making time for me to go have a cigarette.
Well, if you put more faith in your own personal agency rather than imagine outside things.
I know. Yeah. I have no faith in myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, to actually, like, I keep thinking if I get the pills or if I do this and do
Mm.
that, things are gonna
That's a
change.
common, but that's lots of people feel that way. And
Yeah,
I feel like it removes your sense of power over your own life.
but I think it's because the Manjaro worked so
It
well
totally does work for
to the extent
addictions.
I couldn't
Yeah.
believe it.
Yeah, yeah, it
And
does work for that.
and that's put my faith more in medical stuff than ever before. Like, there's a part of me, like, before I knew I had ADHD, but I was kind of like in my head, I was like, there's not much difference going to happen to my life. But since I went on Mount Jarrow, I tried so hard to get the medication because the Mount Jarrow had changed my life to such an extent that I was like, right, well, this is the next medicine that's going to change my life.
Yeah.
And it
But
might not be true.
but there's a lot of like I have poor concentration and I find switching between tasks difficult. But the difference is I have a really big toolbox of things to trick myself into working. And the more you have different techniques, the more you can keep yourself going.
Were these tricks like, I'm trying to think, were these,
Just built up over the years.
well, because I kind of like went to secondary school and was in a clever class, but never applied myself. And I just have never applied myself in any
Right.
capacity. So like I went to my third level. We were chatting the other day about unis and which uni.
Yeah, I always thought you didn't go to uni.
Well, I went to like this. It was a third level education. You couldn't get a degree there.
Yeah.
You get a higher
Like
diploma.
college.
Like college.
I think it's different in Ireland. You just call uni college.
But
yeah.
it was BTEC, so it was
Yeah,
like
yeah, I
for
know the
British.
kind of thing you mean.
And it was like at the back of a Tesco. And it was like the only way I got in was via interview because they interviewed me and I'm able to yap away. And then I didn't get the required grade. So I just presumed I wasn't going. And then they rang me and they were like, your first day of college is today. Why aren't you here? And I was like, oh, because I got a D in English.
Mm.
And they were like, well, you got an A in music, so we'll just bring you in. So everything to me has always been like me not applying myself, me presuming stuff isn't going to happen, and then stuff happening. It's weird. And I think with you, because you went to uni and like went to a good uni and applied yourself, you were rewarded for applying yourself. And I've never applied myself that much, or when I've had like burnouts and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's weird. I don't think I'm lazy though. I do think I work hard,
Yeah.
but I don't understand why I don't have the tools in that way. To not be afraid of work and do it and kind of.
Yeah, I definitely think. I mean, I found I fucked up my first year of uni multiple times because the first year I decided I didn't want to do Arabic.
Yeah.
Then I got in bother with the police. Then the next year, the whole thing with my ex happened, and then
Yeah.
that was a whole back to court again.
Yeah.
And then so that was really humbling because at school I applied myself, but I didn't have to try that hard to get good grades.
Yeah.
And then at uni, everyone's clever, so you can't just think of yourself as the clever one anymore. So there has been a lot of like trying and failing, but it's maybe comforting to think of yourself as like, oh, if I'm never applying myself, then
I'll
there's
never
always
know.
like potential to reach higher heights.
Yeah.
But anyway, with concentration, there are so many different things you can do to trick yourself. And now that you're on the ADHD medication and you got what you wanted, you can try lots of other measures. Social media has proven to make it worse.
Yeah.
So I'm not denying you've blatantly got the worst ADHD of anyone I've ever met.
Thank you.
But the social media is going to make it worse.
Yeah, it does.
So why would you not treat it by getting rid of that? It's going to help you so much.
I think I got this like weird compulsion that I have in other aspects of my life. If I look at like secondary school, the first year I did exams and I got into the top class in secondary school.
Yeah.
And then within a week, I asked to go to the second bottom class because my mates were there. And I heard that they were kicking teachers and I wanted to go and sit with them.
Right.
So my mum was like, please don't do this. And my teachers were like, please don't do this. And I was like, well, this is just what I want to do.
Right.
So I moved down to the second bottom class.
I
and
got
then-
moved from top maths set to the bottom one, but that was because I was arguing with teachers and I hated maths. And I knew it wouldn't be relevant to my
to your
work.
yeah, but
What were we talking about though?
applying myself.
Oh no, the
ADHD.
idea of putting external, thinking that all these external forces control you more than you do.
I think it would be easier to believe in God than like since not believing in God, I keep thinking these other things are going to help me.
Yeah.
And I bet people who believe in God don't have this existential kind of worry about how to improve their lives or whatever because they're thinking they're going to go to heaven.
I just wish you'd quit socials.
I will.
Just to see, do you never think how much more could get done? Or is that not or is more how much can I self-soothe?
I think it's self-soothing.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, so I was moving house on Sunday night. I had a curry with my new flatmates. I didn't bother unpacking until 9. I moved from Kentish Town, which had duvets, moved to Brixton. They have no bedding, no duvets, no nothing. Like, why would they? But in my head, I was moving from a place with duvets. I just presumed there would be duvets there.
Yeah.
It's too late for me to go to storage to get my duvet out of storage. So I'm like, what do I do? I'm just there. It's just a mattress. And a part of me was like, just look up like local hotels. And there was one for 40 quid. It was a travel lodge. And I was like, would you pay 40 quid to have a blanket right now? And I was like, yeah. So I went to the travel lodge and
Alison!
yeah.
You could have stayed at my house. What are you on about?
Because it was really late. It was really late. And also there's this part of me.
I could have, oh, fuck's sake.
Yeah.
I have a car.
I know you do. Do you know what? Well, it gets worse. So I'll.
This is so depressing.
So it's Elephant Castle Travel Lodge, right? Go in there. And if you ever go to a travel lodge or any chain hotel company, if you ever go to a chain hotel at 11 o'clock at night on a Sunday, it is grim. It is grim. There's just posters everywhere about human trafficking and how to spot it. And then like people screaming happy birthday.
I could have been there in half an hour.
That's true. That's true. I get into the bed. I wake up in the morning. I'm like, I'm going to run myself a bath. It's going to be nice. Just wake up, you know. So I run a bath. And then I go into the bedroom for a second and I see an Olivia Rodrigo reel. It was like a person talking about Olivia Rodrigo album. And I'm looking at it, and then
Instagram is always there for you.
It's Instagram, but then I'm like, oh, why are my feet wet? And I thought I'd pissed myself. No, the bath had overran to such a capacity that it had gone into the bedroom, and I had to then switch off the tap. I had to switch off the tap.
And you want to have a baby?
I know.
I think about that a lot.
The baby wasn't in the bath. The baby wasn't in the bath. The baby's in my hopes and dreams.
These are like.
Go on.
I just think it's so wild when like people go, do you know what would make this better is bringing a human life into this.
Yeah.
Bringing a blameless, innocent little person into this stew.
But
I was watching a thing about Gypsy-Rose Blanchard last night.
No. Yeah, we can chat about her.
Because I couldn't get to sleep because I'd been taking Provigil to try and finish my book on time. And I was watching Gypsy-Rose Blanchard went on that We Need to Talk podcast. That man is so soothing.
Yeah.
And I did a thing with him and Duncan from Blue, and he was just such a kind, like obviously kind man.
What thing did you do with him and Duncan for Blue? I'll finish off the hotel.
I don't
thing.
remember. I just, in lockdown where you just did weird things on Zoom.
Yeah, I interviewed Paul Mescal on Zoom. And
and Daisy. Yeah, that's mad. Well, anyway.
I helped launch Normal People.
It was Paul John. Anyway, it was him and Gypsy-Rose.
Right.
I think she's doing a book tour or something.
Yes.
But lots of people are like, oh, she never should have killed her mom. And I was like, not enough people kill their parents. Like her mum, do you know, like her mum lied to her about her age.
Yeah, that was crazy.
And then she when she was 19, she ran away with this guy that she met online. She like hitchhiked to Arkansas.
Didn't they ride in a cinema bathroom?
No, that's the guy that ended up killing the mum.
Oh,
She ran away multiple times.
Yes.
And her mum came and brought her back and chained her to the bed. And they slept in the same bed for 2 weeks. She was handcuffed and chained to a bed. Obviously, she killed the mum because it was either that or the mum would have killed her.
Yeah.
Doing all these getting all these procedures and stuff done to her.
That's so sad. It's so, but like, I'm happy for gypsy-rose and her life now. I think, like,
not that you would be like Dee Dee. That wasn't what I was saying. I was just thinking about like mad parents.
Well, that's a fucking possibility, though, isn't it? It's like, do you ever think?
I don't think you'd have Munchausen's by proxy.
But what would I have? Right? You don't want kids, right?
No,
I want kids, so I think of like
I'd be quite amazing at it though.
Do you think so?
Yeah, but I think I've said before, me and my partner have different ideas on how to parent.
Like I think I do have worries about what I'd be like as a mum. I think I'd probably be like emotionally distant at some point. I don't know. I used to babysit a lot of kids when I was younger, and that made me not want to have kids because I remember I changed like my sister's first nappy.
Right.
And like, have you ever seen shit come out of a baby straight out of the womb?
It's not something I watch on any kind of regular basis.
It looks like mint sauce. It's crazy. It'll put you off a roast. Like it's just.
I don't like roasts.
Well, yeah, you don't.
It's
okay,
quite well established.
I'll talk about it in detail then. But and also like, you know, I've seen babies' little umbilical cords be crusting up, and I know all about the very.
I've seen that.
Well,
that's not the issue though.
No, the issue
my
is
issues. I wouldn't ever take a child to McDonald's, and my partner said that he would.
Yeah.
And I just was like, why would you do that to a child? I think I've said this before. And then
What do you think would happen if you like what? Let's go. The good thing about not bringing the child to McDonald's.
Well, I live very near a McDonald's.
I know.
And I have no temptation. Yeah, but I have no temptation to go to it because I didn't grow up going to McDonald's. So my parents did a kindness for me there because I don't feel the need to go.
But there are some people who would associate, like, I know some people who weren't allowed bad food when they were kids, and then they become obsessed with the idea of bad food.
No, I had that. I went through that phase because I wasn't allowed a lot of processed foods growing up. It's the best thing my parents did for me. They were such fuck ups in all their ways. And by the way, I didn't have an almond mom, and I hate the association. Like, there's like a sovereign English belief that everyone has a mum that shames them over their weight. My mum just didn't talk about her body or dieting. We just ate healthily. Then you do, as an adult, return to eating the way you grew up. So I wouldn't do my children a disservice. That was what I was going to talk to you about.
Yeah.
The fucking Steven Bartlett Winegate thing.
Yeah.
I'm going to defend him. This is probably coming out months after it. Obviously, Steven Bartlett's a clown and a loser, allegedly.
This is great defending.
No. He's obviously a fanny, right?
Man. He's a fanny.
Steven Bartlett.
Your Honor, he's a fanny. He pleads guilty to being a fanny.
I'm on the stand. Back against the wall.
Yeah.
So
you did Blue there. I love it. Sorry.
Yeah, because I was still thinking about Duncan from Blue. Well, anyway, Steven Bartlett said, "Oh, I had 2 glasses of wine and it like messed everything up the next day. My sleep wasn't optimized. My watch told me things were off. I didn't go to the gym for 2 days, and I didn't podcast as well." And sure enough, everyone came out up in arms, defending their drinking habits and trying to prove how laid back they all were. But the thing is, a lot of people in the UK get a buzz out of drinking. Well, you need to realise some of us get a buzz out of working, some of us get a buzz out of systems and having very regimented lives, and those people are called autistics. Brian Johnson, he'll also constantly get mocked. Brian Johnson's like this biohacker guy. I think he's harmless. I think he gives a lot of like decent advice about sleep.
Yeah.
Let him spend his money how he wants to spend it.
And he
He went to visit his new girlfriend recently, his girlfriend's family in Australia.
yeah.
And he was like, oh, the flight, the long haul flight disrupted my circadian rhythm. My circadian rhythm, not circadian rhythm. He said, and then I got to Australia and it was worth it to meet my girlfriend's family. They all eat different foods to the foods that I eat every day, but I ate it and was able to grow closer with Kate's mother. You're just reading it going, this is an autistic guy doing his best.
Yeah, he loves his partner so much.
He does,
He's
and
like,
her
her pH level is amazing.
but people look at Brian Johnson's face and look at the way he's speaking, and they go, oh, something's just off about this guy.
Yeah.
And they tried to pick on the thing of him they transferred his son's blood to him and his blood to his dad.
Yeah. He is a bit eccentric with like checking being public about his son's semen sample and his girl. I'm not saying it. I'm like, and
do you not think?
And his girlfriend's pH level, they should mix the two.
Do you not think there's a naivety to that? He's always quite like he's quite even, and when people are making fun of him, you can tell the guy's been made fun of his whole life, one way or another.
Yeah.
Some people get comfort from systems. That's great if other people get comfort from having wine and being lazy, but some of us are addicted to work. I'm closer to Steven Bartlett and Brian Johnson's way of thinking. I'll give you an example. When we were at Primavera, I was like, I'm going to take drugs every night because it's my 40th and I'm going to force myself to relax.
Yeah.
And I had one night of taking drugs, and by the Saturday, I was like, if you take anything now, it's going to have a run-on effect into next week's work. And then you start thinking about like your life unraveling. You will fail. You will become one of the lazy people. So it then becomes more soothing and comforting to not do anything.
But like when
when the majority of people think the other way, then you're gonna,
When I'm not angry at Steven Bartlett talking about alcohol being a detrimental doing a detrimental effect to his life, because like the way I am with alcohol is I don't really drink alcohol. I'm very good at saying no to alcohol in a social. Why are you doing that?
That's not. I think you drink more now.
What about? I've drank sangria.
You're not a drinker in the way that most British people are, to be fair.
Yeah, like I was offered cava as a celebration thing of moving in, and I was like, no, and I felt bad about that because that's like a celebration-y aspect of it.
Really,
but I just didn't, because then I looked at the rest of my week, and like I think if I drank 2 days before this podcast, I would take everything that you say as negative, and I'd be crying. It has such a bad effect on me. Psychologically, it really affects me up.
I sent you a thing though. I guess processed differently, but ADHD and autistic people process alcohol differently.
And alcohol is not as good as MDMA, and I know I'm going to mess up my week if I have MDMA. So why would I do that for something less than incredible euphoria?
Exactly. That's how I think as well.
Yeah. But the sangria, I did drink the sangria because it was hot and there were bits in it and it's cinnamony, and it's like, I think like I have to actively enjoy drinking the drink, and there's not many alcoholic drinks that I actively enjoy drinking.
I only really like wine. But when you're saying about the social pressure to drink, anytime someone's disappointed I'm not having a drink, I feel like a little hit of like, yes.
But I don't know if they're...
And I love when my partner's hungover and I'm not. I just go,
But I don't think they're that disappointed. I think they're just like, they don't know what to do when people say no, because not many people say no.
You can tell when people have drink problems as well. I had a friend who had a drink problem, and like she would get so weird if you weren't drinking.
Yeah.
And that's always really telling.
Well, I get it. I think like if Steven Bartlett said, I went on Instagram last night and it messed up my whole week, and this is why we shouldn't be going on Instagram, I'd be like, hey man, Right.
The other thing, he's a black man from like a working class background. He dropped out of uni. A lot of the people I saw criticizing him, I just was like, well, yeah, you were born rich. Like
Yeah.
you can fuck up. The thing is, if I wasn't uptight, I wouldn't be in the position I'm in
I
now.
know.
So I also empathize with Steven Bartlett that his being uptight has led to him having money, whereas loads of people I saw slagging him off. Marina Hyde. Well, you were born into wealth. You can afford to relax.
Yeah.
Because you being in the media is your birthright almost.
Birthright. Yeah.
She's the daughter of a baronet.
Yeah. It's no, the backlash against him, it's hard when you're talking to public about something that's as emotionally volatile as alcohol. Because
The backlash was boring, I thought, because it was predictable.
yeah. I think there's always going to be, I think there's going to be a big backlash against hustle culture. An element of it is classism.
Oh, big time.
Yeah. But also I'm not that invested in. It's hard for me. I see both sides, and I'm like, I don't want either. Like, I don't want to have my life kind of like I have this smartphone or this smartwatch, and then if I've done like 25,000 steps, I'm like, yeah, I'm a human. And then if I've done less, then it's something to make me feel sad or happy about. Are these statistics?
Yeah, I've not been wearing mine.
Yeah, how's that been going? Did you wear it for the marathon stuff or what?
I needed it for running. That was what I got it for.
Yeah.
And I like tracking my sleep. But then I do think that if you have a perception you've slept badly the night before, it makes you feel more tired.
Definitely. I think there's an actual study on that. I think I've read. Did you send me that?
But I don't hate wellness culture. Because for me, I mean, I'm gonna live longer than anyone else in my family. They all had heart attacks and strokes, so it's quite rebellious to be into wellness as a Scottish person. I find it quite exciting. That's the thing. A lot of yous watching this, you'll have met an old person in their 80s, or I've never had that until I moved to England. You'll have sometimes people say to me, oh, my grandma died. And you're thinking, you're like 40.
I had 4 great grandparents when I was like a kid.
Yeah,
And
there's a
then they
lot of
dropped
bits
off.
of Ireland have weird longevity.
Yeah.
I don't have that. So I think it's going to be exciting to be the first person in my family to not have a quadruple heart by this.
When I was a kid, I was so afraid of dying. I wanted to live forever to such an extent that I think it impeded my life.
Really?
Yeah, I used to read a lot of like Encyclopedia Britannica, the biography
dying
section.
won't be the worst part, Alison.
What
It's
was
health, but see when people go, you've got to die of something. No one's talking about health span, the number of years you spend in health.
Yeah.
It's more things like my gran fell over in her caravan in Ireland and just lay there pissing herself trying to press an alarm.
What a beautiful image. We got
And, so people don't think of that when they're going on and on defending boozing and stuff.
Did we have a discussion before, or was this a discussion I might have had with another friend about what would be the most optimum way to die?
Yeah, it was you. You were
It
like,
was, yeah.
dementia would be nice. I was like, what?
I think
Because you've not been around someone with dementia.
my other granddad has dementia. I'm looking down the barrel of
You said that like, yes.
Like
Well,
I
my
definitely thought
grandpa
it. Yeah.
was my granny, evil granny, the one I was just sitting about in the caravan.
Yeah.
She was morbidly obese, her whole, or fat.
You can say anything. You can say anything.
Thick. But she didn't enjoy it.
Yeah.
She would go, oh, my father called me a fat Irish potato. Oh, Fern, I've eaten another full bag of wine gums.
Wine gums.
She'd
That's
sit
a
and binge.
wild
She'd have
thing.
wine gums, fruit pastels. Fern, I've bought you a pack of hot cross buns. And she'd just eat them all.
Right, hot cross buns I can understand, but fruit pastels or wine gums, they're heavy.
Yeah.
They're like that's very chewy.
But she
Yeah.
got dementia
Yeah.
and she was like that. because
Was
she
she?
forgot that she was a binge eater.
Yeah.
And I did just think that's so sad that you never saw yourself at goal weight, because all she wanted was to be thin.
Yeah.
I'll never remember one of the last things my gran said to me before she lost her mind was we were at my granda's funeral and I had a whiskey and then I had another whiskey and I was a size 10 and she looked at me and she went, glutton.
About the whiskey.
Oh, she was a cow.
Glutton is such an old school.
But she was projecting her sadness about being massive.
I would rather someone call me a fat bitch than glutton. Glutton feels so like.
Well, she was very like eloquent and stuff.
Yeah.
I just did a thing with RTE about what a big influence she was on me. Because she was like a character,
Yeah.
but not a nice gran.
Did you? What did you do? Like, is it a TV show?
Yeah.
Oh.
It was about how if you're from an Irish background, how much did that affect your comedy and doing like storytelling style comedy.
That's cool.
And Connor went, how's that? How's that affected you? And I was like, I spent my summers at my gran's writers group in Donegal.
Yeah. Yeah. We have so many shared references.
Yeah, did I not tell you my gran used to like read stories in pubs and everyone would be like, Kathleen, let down your hair. And she would just be like, and she had her hair in a bun.
Yeah.
'Cause my dad hates when I wear my hair up like this now because he'll be like, oh, you're so much like my mother. She like wets her hair down and she'll be like, and it would come down to her waist. And then she would read in this very like precious voice. She spoke in this really like wanky way.
Did they call it recitation?
Well, like she really, you get a type of Scottish. Half of my family talk in this really affected way, like they hate being Scottish,
Right.
and then the other half just have like really common accents.
Yeah.
And it's so weird.
Yeah, that is weird.
Like she would be like, Fern, you speak with a glottal stop. It's so common. What? Do not speak with a glottal stop. It's where you say the name like instead of saying Natalie, you would say Natalie.
I do that.
Yeah, it's fine. Like, we shouldn't hate ourselves for speaking with regional accents.
Yeah.
I purposefully speak with this regional accent, even though I went to a posh uni.
I'm doing stand-up and I love saying the word fatter like that.
Yeah, it's fine. It's because people hate themselves for their class. But yeah, my gran would read stories out in pubs where she would be like, it was a stormy day on Arranmore Island. Young Danny had to bring the cows home. And he wrapped a thick rope around his arm. And the storm started. And the cow bolted. And Danny was dragged to death across the rocks of Leapgarrow village. And everyone in the pub would just be like... And I had to hear the same story about great Uncle Danny for 10 to 12 times over the course of the summer holidays at different pubs.
It's really messed up. It's like when you started acting out that he was wrapping a figure around his arm, I was like, oh my God, is Danny gonna do heroin? Like, what?
You'd wish. You wish Donegal had heroin.
I know.
No, there was nothing.
And
There
he
was just
dragged across the
And then
rocks in
another time we
addiction.
went to my gran's writers group, which was on this island that genuinely, I think it had one house and one old lady living there.
Yeah.
And everyone went to meet at this island. It was called Innisfree, not the famous Innisfree, an obscure Innisfree in Donegal.
Oh my gosh.
And this old woman would be like,
One time I was doing the washing up at my window when I made eye contact with a lovely cow. And I looked in the cow's eyes and I looked at her eyelashes. And I thought, what has she gone through in this life?
and genuinely, I think it must have been an hour. And you're like, I'm just going to go and play on a rock formation outside.
Fern, I feel like I've definitely said those sentences in my life. I'm obsessed.
No, this was a real.
Yeah, I know,
this is
I
my
know.
memory. I'm not taking your memory.
I'm not saying you know. No, but I'm just
What
like,
do you mean?
I'm just like, I could fully see myself being that woman in like 50 years. I could see myself going, especially going to the cow, what have you gone through? I feel like it's a very me thing.
Because I'd done this RTE thing, and I remember the interviewer going, so a lot of cow-based material.
And it was like, yeah, because there was nothing.
Yeah.
But do you know what? All through the interview, I was shitting myself because I was like, if anybody in Ironmore sees this, they're going to be like, oh, I don't know, they're going to think I'm shaming them or something.
Wait.
The other mad thing was Daniel O'Donnell used to come across on a small boat every summer.
Yeah, that sounds like him.
Christ.
Yeah. Like Christ.
To do a gig for the old women. And my gran would be like, right, girls, we're going down to the beach to meet Daniel. To meet my cousin.
Like he's a mermaid.
And
Like
she'd go, God, his songs are god-awful, but he's a lovely man. And then you'd have to go down to the beach. There'd be all these old grannies like, oh, Daniel's coming. And then he would just sort of, I feel like I remember him walking across the water. Ladies.
I met Daniel O'Donnell.
I mean, when haven't I met?
That's true. I was in
Does
Muff.
seem nice.
Yeah.
You were in Muff, something he's never been in.
Ignore that feeling.